And let's see where this leaves us. 3% on poisonous vapors will be the best observation point. Goes up to 13. Everything else is fairly castable. It also brought us up to 11 AC from 8. Now that is very tempting. I guess leather wouldn't be too much worse at the end of the day in terms of AC, and it would be a lot better in terms of encumbrance rating, especially having only 5 health. Like this as an encumbrance rating of 6 or 7? 7. That's less than ideal. Let's do one more search for armor here. And, oh, it's right there. Would you look at that? AC goes down by 2 if we switch to leather. But our casting rates, oops, there, stay pretty much the same as when we weren't wearing leather armor. Let's go ringmail for now. At least semi-temporarily here. Gives us the extra defense against the Komodo dragon especially. Jeez Louise, sir. Where do you get off? We'll run away and regenerate all of our health. And then just start a couple scorches going. Unfortunately not quite enough to do the damage necessary. Oh my gosh, you stepped away from us? Please do so again. I guess we need 2 gaps. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just close the door in your face. Please don't find the Cyclops. Please don't find the Cyclops. I just want to re-engage the Komodo dragon on my own terms. Nope, that's bad. Whoops. You son of a gun, you heard us coming. So, for future reference, if you're playing on your own, instead of coming to this corner to see where the Komodo was, definitely should have just conjure flame, start yelling. Komodo would have come down around, would have been easy money. Instead, here we are. And this son of a gun hurts really badly. How much health do you have? 44, so we could kill you with 2 fireballs. 3d14, we could actually kill you with 1 since you're already partially injured and susceptible to fire. Let's try it out. How did you get the bite off, sir? You were supposed to be dead, and that does it. Slightly riskier. Should have reset the fight, as Railbird suggested here. Don't get me wrong, that is 100% the correct option. Yet here we are. Gain space and close the door. Again, yes, very much should have been the move, I feel. I think you are 100% correct in that regard. But do we back ourselves into a corner here? I don't want to. But it's one of the only kind of defensive positions. I wish that we had been able to make it up to this one. Runs the risk of enemies kind of creeping around, but at least we would have had that option for us to escape as well, potentially. But we'll just send one yak through the hole in the floor, and then we'll start blasting with Flame Wave here. And just try to do enough AoE damage to the whole crowd. It would be easier if they stopped stepping out. Wait, you're not all dead, right? Wait, we killed them all? Huh. I thought they just ran out of sight for a while and was actually quite unhappy about it. But turns out, they were there the whole time. Just burnt to a complete crisp. Which is fantastic, don't get me wrong. Can't exactly complain. +4 Ring of Slain, not super useful for us. As a Hydra begins to make its approach, let's conjure Flame real quick. Weaken you to fire. Oh no, are you coming around? Sir, you're not supposed to be that intelligent. You're not supposed to know how to do that. I'm preemptively gonna turn tree, so I have the AC to deal with the Hydra. And then we should actually be fine just to blast. Interesting. I definitely expected the Hydra to just either run headfirst into the flame, trying to get me through, assuming that they could kill me quickly enough, or not do it whatsoever. But Lo and behold, there we go. Fortunately, Potion of Lig is actually a pretty good solution against an early Hydra, because going up to 29 AC essentially renders the majority of their hits to 0, and that's fantastic. Now, I don't want to get petrified here, so we're just, I think, gonna have to start blasting. There's the petrified charge. I'm actually gonna read a teleport, so that when we get turned to stone, we immediately get sent away. I'm still turned to stone in front of a black mamba, which may just be my death. Oh no. Okay, mamba friend, what can we do about you? We don't have any fear yet. Again, I could turn into a tree. You do 20 damage, and I don't think we're getting a teleport off anyway. It's not necessarily a lifesaver this time around. It would help out, give us the poison immunity that we definitely need to survive this fight in one piece. We do lose all of our evasion, of course, so that becomes less of an option to lean on to any regard. But let's do it. Please don't kill me turn 1. Perfect. And then drink a couple curing real quick. Now that we're not in lethal, you have 38 health. So 24 damage with, or 20 damage max with Scorch. So it's going to take at least a few of those, unfortunately. Not great. Fireball, not an option based on our current proximity, so that's also not great in its own way. So it might just be cross our fingers and Scorch. Could try and turn you into something. Troll is bad. Blink Frog, actually not that bad. Same with Human, not too shabby. Let's try Scorch, see where that leaves us. Still alive. In fact, healing with our regen, and there we go. Oh, me oh my. So close call, much closer than I feel comfortable with, to say the least, but we get through in one piece. And now we can try and kill these buddies before our petrifying friend comes up. There they are, of course. Perfect timing. Am I going into a corner here? I am. But this time around, I'm going to Conjure Flame, put myself in the corner. And then if we start getting petrified, we still might end up teleporting. But we'll see how it goes. We at least could rely on enemies killing themselves in the flames as they try to make the approach, even if we get turned to stone, and that should be just about it. Oh me oh my. Definitely closer call than I'd care to admit, but we get out in one piece. We even find ourselves a helmet to celebrate with after. Let's put that bad boy on. Again, it kind of matches our armor in a weird way. It looks like a built-in hood, but the flowing locks was better, to say the least. And no, I'm not at all biased about long hair. Couldn't possibly be it. But not too bad. We live to fight another day, and as long as we can keep reliably pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps like that, again, it's one of those things that's known to be physically impossible, and that's why it's a ridiculous phrase in real life, but we're somehow managing to do it in the here and now, so let's just keep that up, shall we? Wouldn't that be lovely? Are all the stairs in this... Oh no. That's not great. No Hydra next to me? No Hydra next to me. But, I might have to say no to this section temporarily. I'm definitely concerned about continually, even stair dancing here is a bit much. The Hydra gets even one turn next to us while we come down. Oh boy, to say the least. Well, what could we do instead? If we do determine that's too dangerous, could head it back up to Orc, just gain a little bit more experience, a little bit more total health before coming down. Alternatively, we could potion petition here at the top of the stairs and then plop down. Hope that it goes well. If we're hasted and something else, we might be able to just blast our way through the crowd. Not through this stair, of course. We'd likely go to not that stair, but this one here. Let's try it once and see what we get. We can always gain more money in the future. No real loss there. Haste and resistance. Resistance is not that useful for us, I don't think. Were there poisonous things? There's mostly the yaks, and the yaks, a wyvern, and a hydra, I believe. But we could spend the big bucks, get haste, brilliance, and might. And that's a decent selection to get us through in one piece. At the very least with haste, we can always run away. What the heck? Oh, this is a monster. I was so confused because I saw it throw flame at me. A burning bush. Huh. Not on top of a mountain, right? That's the biblical reference. I'm not very well versed in religion, so couldn't tell you. I mostly know about the burning bush thanks to the Santa Claus vs. Snoop Dogg epic rap battle of history from way back in the day, so what can I say? I'm pretty educated. I know what's going on from just that one exposure in a parody standpoint, or a parody framing rather. But okie dokie, let's start by just blasting the Hydra. I think this has got to happen one way or another. The rest of you can go down the old-fashioned way. The burning bush can't move, it looks like, so that's good. I will gladly take advantage of that. And there we go. Wait, is that another burning bush, or is that just a bush that is burning? That's a bush that is burning. Okay, good to know. We're into full, like, mimic territory now, where you have to make sure that each and every inanimate object is not some terrifying monster ready to tear out your soul. So this has got to be immune to fire, right? Just resistant to fire. I guess if it's burning, it's probably already kind of depreciating its own abilities, so that's fair. But is there anything I can really do against you? How much health do you have, friend? 44, and you throw flame for 3d7. That's not too bad. Can I fireball you? I can. So we'll blast you. Again, they are resistant to this, so it's not exactly perfect, but it's something. Fedass should let us summon burning bushes. Gotta, yeah, exactly. Keep with the times, Fedass. You gotta update your menagerie of plant summons. It's only fair, right? And wouldn't that be wonderful? But since that's not currently the case, I don't know why I'm trying to segue somehow into how I'm going to deal with this bush, but let's instead just completely sacrifice that attempt, and instead, how am I going to kill this bush? Let's break it down to brass tacks. At least you can't really dodge, right, friend? You're an inanimate bush. Can do this until we have enough to fireball once more, and that should do the trick. Fantastic. Potion petition, so strong. I mean, sure, it did cost us half of our money pile, so that's not ideal, shall we say. But we're alive, and as I'm always fond of remarking on, as long as we're alive, then it's a price I'm happy to pay. The +1 robe Ketis, so resistance to fire and 2 pips of negativity resistance. That's tempting. We'd go down by 2 AC, I believe. Yes, that is correct. But we gained some nice resistances. I'm at least going to pick it up for the time being while we still have the inventory space. And that should work out nicely. Hello, my 5-headed Hydra friend. Fireball is just too strong, so I will kill you. But I appreciate the attempt. We also got a ring of poison resistance. That's actually huge. Probably should put it on right as we start this fight, but instead I'm going to get poisoned like the fool that I am. but what does it look like? Always asking the more important or most important questions. We'll have to check in just a second here, because you're right. If it somehow matches our cloak against all odds, then we're potentially in it for something. I mean, kind of, because that dark gray, almost black, kind of matches with anything, but not the best looking robe. Not very flattering in terms of overall shape. I like the robes that have the like decals on it rather than just this sash. And you know, I might just put this on. It's only 2 armor class. Resistances, I guess, don't exactly help us here. But our spells are all a lot easier to cast. You know, all those spells that weren't really near failing anyway, well, at least they're even less close to failing. So it's something. Definitely makes our hood look kind of strange. At least the hood matched in color with the ring mail made it seem like a part of a cohesive set of sorts. Speaking of looks, we'll definitely run over and check out these boots. Because we already know they were made for walking, but I'm very curious what they as well look like. But we'll just launch out fireballs like it's our day job here, grab the boots, head upstairs, and try these bad boys on. Well, that's something for sure. Let's wait for the health bar to disappear. It's a look, but I am going to change back to the slightly more plain kind of dance slippers here. A bit more fitting to any theme of outfit seems appropriate. And here we go. This is why we learn Flame Wave. Absolutely beautiful against wolves. Love to see it, and onwards and upwards we go. Almost back up money-wise. We've already regained 500 of the 800, which is shocking to me. I thought it would take a little bit longer than this to achieve our financial goals in life, but I'll take what I can get. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Anyone want some steamed swamp worm? Or not? 26 damage, I guess, is a lot when you don't have much health, hey? I need to stop almost killing this character one of these days. Would be nice. So, Flame Wave, 2d13. Probably kills at least 1 swamp worm, maybe 2. Is there anything I could do to alleviate the likelihood of my own death instead? Not so much. Blasting with Fireball is a death sentence, so let's not go that direction. I think we are just gonna have to go with it. Unfortunately, running away, not even close to being a potential solution, because the harpoon shot does as much damage as their bite, and of course ruins our entire attempt anyway. So let's all just cross our fingers and kill both swamp worms in one fell swoop. Never didn't have it, completely calculated, and according to plan. Beautiful. Oh, my Ely boy, you're about to become steamed eel. Very yummy. Get some of that sweet, sweet unagi going on. And yeah, I'll conjure flame just to play this one a little bit safer, even though I do still very much enjoy blasting these buddies point blank. Oh, all tabbed out for a second there. Whoopsie daisies. Also, you're just gonna roll in here, are you, Beetle? That doesn't seem very smart of you. Can I get the Beetle to hit my Foxfires? I believe I actually can, funnily enough. But you can also launch through all these sons of guns with a Fireball. Hello, Polar Bear. I think you may regret these decisions. You shouldn't kill me in one shot, Boulder Beetle, though it's possible. And you are too tanky, my friend. Much too tanky for my tastes, indeed. We've explored the majority of the floor, so we can always use a teleport scroll to get ourselves out of harm's way here, especially if we use it proactively, nice and early on in the fight here. But you know I don't wanna. I wanna finish this if possible. I'm bad for that. So, what else could we do? Poisonous Vapors would have been a good call. And in fact, it's not too late. Oh, Poisonous Vapors, I was mixing you up with Create Poison Cloud or whatever the other spell is. Poison Vapors and Ignite Poison is actually even better than I was suggesting before, because I forgot that this is the smite targeted poison that we can just blast each and every one of these sons of guns with. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Well, that kind of ruins the point I was just attempting to make, but that's fine. Let's just kill this son of a gun the old-fashioned way. Don't hit me. I guess you didn't really have a choice. But you're a very poisoned friend, and there we go. Boulder beetles, always very scary on a squishy little buddy like ourselves. But it is what it is. And spiders, similarly, very scary. The one kind of saving grace, of course, is that they are quite squishy, and we have a lot of undodgeable attacks. So I'm going to switch over to Poison Resistance here, get some Steamed Red back, one of the lesser known delicacies. I mean, everyone's heard of unagi before, but the Steamed Red back, just as delicious, of course, and let's keep her moving here. This time we will Conjure Flame on purpose this time. Ooh, isn't that nice? And actually, instead of Flame Wave, I was going to Fireball until you got adjacent to me, and then switch over as necessary. And that is absolutely wonderful. First herd of elephants that we came across, no problems whatsoever. And onwards we go. In general, I should probably re-evaluate a couple things here. First of all, oops, let's stop casting while enemies are out of range of Scorch. That's a silly mistake that I've made far too often over the course of this run. But what would we like to do for rings? We have a second AC ring, so that's probably a better choice for while we wander around randomly here, and we'll just swap to the poison as necessary. 18 AC on a caster deep elf is pretty wild, so I'm happy with that. And we still have no ID scrolls. We don't really have any big stacks of scrolls, so I don't really want to read ID quite yet. If one of these two stacks is blinking, that's half of our blinking inventory completely gone. Of course, it does potentially save us from literal death in the future, but that's just a tiny semantic. Let's not worry too much about that, and instead, we'll just move on for now, not worrying too much about it. Oops, I keep just casting level 1 of Flame Wave. There we go. And there you can see exactly why I was so excited to run into a bunch of like pack animals down here. Flame Wave is just so satisfying. It's not quite as good. It's no ignition per se, but it's close, especially just how early you get it castable. It's absolutely incredible and a lot of fun to use. So Komodo Dragon, I don't really want to fight with the rest of these sons of guns, but I can take Cane Toads. I was going to bring the wolves up too, but that's cool. We'll instead find some other avenue for success here. And oh boy, this is probably not it. So do you want Polar Bear? Welcome to the club. You can come upstairs with me, and one fireball kills you. Excuse me? Is that even legal? 3d15 is a whopping total, I guess, so it is what it is. There we go, that's a bit more reasonable. That's what I've come to expect. A couple hits seems appropriate, right? And Flame Wave, Flame Wave, Flame Wave. Absolutely fantastic. Let's even go in to check our skills now that it's been a little bit here since our last checkup. We got to our armor score of 6. That's pretty solid. Fighting is on its way as well. We'll probably go back to training fire magic. But before we do so, maybe take a peek in here, because we might instead go with Conjuration first and trying to get Orb of Destruction online, so we have some kind of element neutral, hard-hitting ability that will just delete something like a unique that we find in the near future. And Conjurations is going to require training regardless, so let's change Fire Magic to 15, it's just about there. And Conjurations, you can come up to... let's go 18 for now. We'll see how we feel as we get closer to the benchmark there. But here we'll just keep scorching all of our foes. Can run up when we're low on magic. No reason to play it any riskier than absolutely necessary. And we haven't found heal wounds yet. Please, 3 heal wounds. I mean, Ambrosia, technically a heal. You're not wrong, game. I've got to hand it to you there. But I'm still upset about it, of course. Maybe we go for scrolls instead. Enchant weapon, not exactly ideal. But at least it's not noise. So we can be happy about something in life. And let's keep it going. Ring of Wizardry might be quite nice. Staff of Conjuration. Okay, now we're seeing something. We're moving forward here. Love it. Komodo Dragon can just die. Steamed Eel is the easiest recipe in the world when you're already able to create flame at your fingertips. It's good to be a fire elementalist. And let's keep it moving. Another Komodo or Komodo. Get rid of that son of a gun and get back on the road here. You know what? That was a spell book that we've already read, so let's check this out. Since we were told about the flavor text earlier, might as well do it once, right? The Book of Vapors. Book of magic spells for creating an assortment of clouds, vapors, and mists. Difficult to read as the text is frequently interrupted by descriptions of unusually shaped clouds the author spotted while writing. That is very cute. I do enjoy the little bit of flavor text thrown into the mix. I appreciate it. 3 scrolls of summoning is beautiful. Also, hold up, magic leather armor, please. Plus 3 leather armor, okay. Well, let's drop a bunch of this crap. I guess we could have gone through this menu since it is a mass drop, but regardless, important piece of note there is that that's awesome. I gotta kill this bush, so I have some kind of escape route if things go poorly here. So anyway, I just started blasting. Yeah, let's flame wave. It will get rid of our little plant wall that we have going here, but small price to pay. Should just absolutely slaughter everyone, and it does indeed do so. 7 heads on that Hydra. How about that? Let's just in case you try and sneak around, throw something there. 18 AC means we actually do okay against a Hydra, strangely enough. So I think I'll just add my Flame Wave to the Conjure Flame damage. Beautiful. Honestly surprised we didn't melt the gold pieces down to scrap, because that was some heat, some hot fire we were spitting. And we are just about caught up to as far as Legolas got, so that's good. Not all negatives today, even though, again, I should probably be slightly more cautious about when I say stuff like that, because I am just begging to immediately be handed a death sentence. And I would deserve it, so I couldn't really complain. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Komodo dragons, generally we want to fireball you as soon as possible. Starting to forest fire actually very much works in our favor as well. Not only are we sticking it to Fedhas for not absolutely carrying us through those previous runs. Totally couldn't possibly be my fault. I refuse to take the blame, even though it may be appropriate. But Let's start flaming here. Let's not stand in the middle of a cloud of flame, since that seemed to hurt quite badly. It was potentially a poor choice of locations. And there we go. Starting a forest fire. Turns out, actually actively as dangerous for myself as it is the enemies. However, can't help it. Again, we hate plants. I will never forgive FedAss for what they did to me and my family. So let's conjure flame here and get blasting. Ooh, Hydra's gonna walk on through, you fool. Nethack is too, which I'm honestly kind of frightened by. Get distracted by gold, you absolute moron, and goodbye. I said good day, sir. And there we go. Just about through layer 5, that for some reason looks like a layer 6 because it has this fancy little vault area. Potentially 8-headed Hydra and Nethack would definitely, at the very least, belong down there as well. But let's see how it goes here. We do get some nice treasures at the very least. And we finished there as far as we're willing to go for the time being. Let's play it safe and swap up after reading a Night D scroll. Maybe these are heal wounds? Hey, we did it. It only took, what is that? 9 tries? 10th tries does the trick. I mean, everyone's always saying 10th time's the charm. 10th times. There we go. Anyway, they're always saying that, and that's why I didn't at all stumble over saying the same phrase. Very common. But let's not go downstairs, whoopsie daisies, and start thinking about where we want to go next. Swamp should actually be pretty straightforward. Being able to create those steam clouds everywhere seems pretty good. I mean, our encounter with the swamp worms maybe makes me feel some level of trepidation about going down there, because if we see similar things, it's not going to go well, potentially, to say the least. So instead, let's start off by heading to Orc and just getting some more experience under our belts, potentially some good item shops as well. Who knows what we may find in our deep dive today. So let's give it a shot, shall we? +3 halberd is not fantastic, but not the end of the world. Dum-de-dum. I don't really want to lock the stairs for us, so I'd like to be able to fight my way through this if possible. Though these fancy orc friends are definitely a potential issue in that regard. At least killing the enhanced orc warrior, the one with the magical halberd, and definitely killing the orc knight is probably enough work for us to start treading ground ourselves, breaking through, break new ground, and all that good stuff. We will fireball you, my wargy pal. I'm sure you're a cute little doggo to your owners, but unfortunately, you will kill us. So, had to be done, and that should be our toes broken in, the first hold found. And let's try this out. That looks like Josephine. Yep. Hello, Josephine. Nice to see you as always. Are you Elven? You have the hair for it, but I guess you're also an old lady, so who's to say? At first, when I saw a formidable necromancer, I did initially read that as a formicid necromancer, and I got real confused for a while because you don't look at Josephine. You don't look at Jo. But I'm assuming she's either elven or human, I guess, at the end of the day here. Regardless of what flavor, I'm out of here, so goodbye. And I don't think we're gonna plop back down. It would be nice if we had like File Floods or something like that, sure. Very happy to do so. As is, I mean, we could swap to our fancy robe. Good RN there. But I think we still potentially lose. We take a quick peek. Oh no, we did not see as we went up the stairs, so we have no after image. Dang you, Jo. Dang you. and know their way down, so I might just have to leave that on the back burner for now, and let's play it safe. And just head back out to the dungeon, shall we? Remember the dungeon? Not at all terrifying with Cyclops wandering around every which way. I'm sure it will go great. Wave of Frost. I don't like that wizard coming my direction, but we should be able to blast them before they get an opportunity to do anything too hasty here. And, in fact, yeah, let's just take you upstairs. Spriggans can be scary in their own right. No, when a player is in control of them, of course not, don't be ridiculous, but the enemy? Oh boy. You better run for the hills. Run for your life. But the melting archway is very distant, so I'm actually probably going to head down this direction. Oops, let's not scorch and waste our turn doing nothing, when instead we should be doing something. But we do in fact immediately see that the message has gone closer, so I actually do believe that we're on the cusp of finding our ice caverns here. Always slightly concerning. You never know what to expect from a lot of these special areas, but I'm sure it will go fantastic. How could it possibly go wrong for us? I am the greatest mage of my generation, and yada yada, and I'm sure at the end of all days here, we should be okay. So let's see, we can cast one flame wave, but that is not enough, so I need you to die real quick. And in fact, oh, I accidentally scorched. Wish we had more mana though, right? It's tough. It was a tough call to go to the AC from the magical power ring, because it did allow us, I mean, another 2 entire barrages of flame wave. That's incredible. That's definitely something that you need moving forward. But it is what it is. I'm gonna try and paralyze some of these sons of guns. Oh, it's not gonna happen on a 4-headed Hydra, never mind. Oh gosh. So I'm gonna read a teleport, actually. Could potion petition. Probably should potion petition. 4 times 18 is, what, 72? Is the upside damage? Wait, is that really right? 8 times 4 is 32, plus 10 times 4. Holy moly, that adds up fast. Well, that's too much damage, is what it all boils down to at the end of the day. I've crunched the numbers, I've done all the gritty math. Never know, I always want to say like nitty gritty details, but I don't know if that's actually an idiom whatsoever, or phrase, expression, what have you, that people use, or if that's something my brain threw in, because it always sounds slightly weird to me, slightly off to some extent, but that's fine. Let's get teleported, not very far, but it is away from our foes. A simulacrum means maybe ice caves? Polar bear, 2-headed ogre, simulacrum should be able to take care of all of y'all relatively easily. Let's throw some foxfires at the problem. That's a regular ogre? No, that's a 2-headed ogre simulacrum as well. How about that? How about that? Well, we have a nice little pillar to dance around, especially since the ogre didn't see us, didn't have it. Not worried for even a moment, of course. But, okay, good to know. What are you, the cane toad? Interesting. I'll blast ya, I'll smack ya, and I'll lambast ya as well. There we go, just about through these sons of guns. Orb of energy, I don't think we'll actually use, but I kind of want to pick up just in case. Could be fun. Now maybe I can get some magic energy back. Oh my gosh, the deluge of enemies, the swarm just never ends, does it? Well, Could just try and paralyze you. Stab, stab. Nope. Nope. Especially since just more enemies come pouring through the breach. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize for even trying it, game. I should have known. And let's start some Flame Wave here. Trying to kill these slimes as soon as possible. We are creating a bit more noise than I feel comfortable with. But this is a price that we must pay. Oh no, I'm in a corner. And nobody put Stalamar in the corner. So what shall we do? I'm going to Potion Petition. A little proactive work here, especially since we can get a magic potion, and that should solve the majority of life's problems for us. Ask Daddy for a small loan. And there we go. There we go. Holy moly. What an adventure that turned into. I swear, Ice Caves, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you eventually here. Just give me a moment. But a moment here. Oh my gosh. What the heck is even that? Oh, jeez. It never ends. Can I paralyze you? 31%? Let's just waste our 2 charges on that. And you're even staying in the flame, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So we'll take you around, even wasting some of our magic there. Our defense, yes, they keep going down through the little maze we have worked out here. You're not wrong. Little known fact, DCSS is actually a tower defense game, reskinned to look like a roguelite. Wild but true. But there we go, we killed the 2-headed ogre. Please still be open. Please, yes. Oh, there might be a fight as soon as we go through, but I'm hoping not. Oh, there is a fight right when we go through. I'm gonna Potion Petition again. Give me magic, baby. You didn't know that like 6 ogres enjoy hanging out inside the fridge? It probably is a nice place. I mean, like the dungeon, you know, it's cramped. It's pretty dense. It's full of monsters. It gets real hot down there. Very stuffy too. So it's nice to occasionally take a step into the fridge. Just enjoy that cool air coming out, the vents, the air coming out of the cave entrance. I'm sure it's absolutely lovely this time of year. I don't know if these guys see invisible. I agree with Soba where my intuition or my gut says I don't think they do. So that is probably what we're going for here. Lake could be useful, but it could also be our death. Let's start there. At least makes it a little bit trickier for these sons of guns to hunt us down. We could even drink ambrosia, use it to replenish some of our mana, then drink a cure potion, and we are as good as new. And can just start blasting. Do what we do best, and just freaking kill things. What a wonderful world it would be. I don't have any cold resistance, do I? Maybe should have considered that for but a mere moment before hopping down. Also using up all of our magic before the freezing wraith came around the corner. Not ideal, necessarily. So we could Potion Petition, looking for resistance. It's not going to sustain us throughout the entirety of the ice cave, most likely, unless it's one of the really kind of condensed ones. But it's something. Let's see, we picked up the Orb of Energy. I know this can confuse us, but what else can it do? It powers our spells just by carrying it, I'm guessing, potentially. So that's interesting. Scary, but interesting. Haven't tried out the new channel variation yet, or like, I guess, the new way that channeling has manifested in the game. It's interesting. Well, I'm not going to try it in this circumstance. I feel like that is less than ideal, shall we say. I'm instead going to go with Ambrosia. You just have melee effects, and you will die to a well-placed fireball or two. Fantastic. Get absolutely blasted and sorted.